leaders come to me and they've got some information that they want to work with. So they might be told they're rubbing their peers up the wrong way, people aren't enjoying working with them, they need to develop stronger relationships with a particular group. And so that gives me a framework, and I believe in systems. And so I can hear what they say to me, but it's likely I'm going to see this particular behaviour probably in the meeting that I'm going to be with, that I am in the here and now. And so from time to time I'll make an assessment. If I think it would be helpful to that person to learn this fairly rapidly, what the area might be, I will let them know. And so I'll give you an example. So this young woman came to work with me, and she was someone who her peers were quite distant. So she wanted to have a good relationship with them, but she was aware she was doing something that was rubbing them up the wrong way or having them be quite suspicious of her. And she was a highly able person, incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly able, but her peers just didn't like her and didn't like being with her. And of course, this was incredibly painful for her. So, and she was willing to let me know this. And while I was with her and while she was talking with me, I was aware her voice was really loud. Like, we were in quite a small room and sitting at a table together. And as I heard her, I realised I felt several things. One was I felt she was incredibly sure of herself and very authoritative with what she was saying. And the impact of that on with me, and while I was in the role of coach with her, I thought, would she be willing to hear what I had to say? She just sounds so certain. And so I weighed things up, and I did decide to say something to her. And I said, are you aware right now that your voice is very loud? And she kind of recoiled and was quite shocked and said, no, I wasn't. And I said to her, are you interested in what the impact of it is on me? Because I could let you know if you're interested. And she said, oh, yes. And it's one of those kind of special moments where you realise someone's really trusting you as a professional. And so for me, it's important to me that I do this very carefully. I said, well, one thing I'm wondering is, would you really want to hear anything from me? And she kind of looked at me, and I said, I'm also wondering, is it maybe your peers are thinking this? Would you really want to hear from your peers? And she kind of went, oh, like this. And so this was beginning our work, and we worked on a number of things. So there are a number of elements to that, and one was the volume of her work, but the other was her learning. When she would say something, she learned to say, and what do you think? What do you others think? Or what's your take on this? So she worked out that ways of engaging people with her and getting involved with others, which was kind of the essential, that she was a little bit an island to herself, and it came out with her loud voice, but there are a lot of other elements around it. But in speaking with people in the here and now, most people don't like what you're saying, but they really get the impact of what they're doing. They've got the information they need to be able to make their own assessment. And in the moment feedback, when care is taken and there's a good relationship, a trusted relationship with the people, great progress can be made.